Cooking and sharing meals is one way to stay connected with family and friends and enjoy each other's company. But cooking takes time, especially when you factor in all the steps that it involves, such as planning, grocery shopping, and preparation. Gathering and organizing all of your favorite recipes together in one place can help make meal planning and preparation easier and much more efficient. This can save you time and reduce the chance that recipes get lost or misplaced. In this lesson, you will use Google Slides to make a digital cookbook. Slides are a useful tool for creating a cookbook on your computer. Once you set up your presentation, it's easy to add new recipes. Add your own notes when you try recipes, organize your collection, and share with family and friends. You can easily save recipes from the internet and organize them in one place that's simple to access from multiple devices. You can even customize the way you see recipes, such as making the text bigger and easier to read. This lesson uses Google Slides, but you could apply these skills and concepts in most other presentation applications. As you complete this project in Google Slides, you will create and name a new presentation, create a title slide and apply a theme, add new slides for category dividers and recipes, add and format text, and arrange slides by category. To work on this lesson, sign into your Google account. Open a new tab in your browser and navigate to google.com. If you're not signed in, do so now. If you do not have a Google account, pause the video and create one. To begin, open Google Drive. Create a new presentation and rename it. Then, move on to the next video to get started organizing your cookbook. Now it's your turn. Create a new blank presentation and rename it. In this video, you will set up and format your cookbook. When setting up your cookbook, you can customize it to look the way you like and organize it to make it easier for you to use. To begin, add a title to the cover slide. You can title it anything you like. Then add a subtitle. You might want to include your name and the date you started the cookbook. Next, choose a theme for the cookbook. A theme is a set of colors, text styles, backgrounds, and other design elements that give your presentation a certain look. Pick a theme that relates to your recipes in some way, or that expresses your personality and tastes. You might choose a theme that is serious, fun, simple and understated, or that uses your favorite colors. Most paper cookbooks are organized in sections by category for the type of recipe, such as main dishes, salads, side dishes, desserts, and others. You can add category divider slides to your digital cookbook to organize it by recipe type. To create category dividers, add a new slide with a layout to your presentation. Apply the section header layout to your slide. Type the name of the category on the slide. Now, add more category divider slides so you have at least 2 categories in your cookbook. You can add more later if you want to. Now it's your turn. Add a title and subtitle to your title slide. Apply a theme to the presentation. Add at least 2 new slides using the section header layout, and type the name of the category on each slide. Now that you've set up your cookbook, let's start organizing your recipe collection. In this video, you will add at least 3 recipe slides to your cookbook. You will type or paste a recipe onto each slide, then format the text. Some of your recipes might be from a book or written on paper. Others might be from a favorite cooking website. You can use recipes from your own favorite resource. To begin, make the first recipe slide after the cover slide. You will move the slides into their respective sections a little later. Choose a layout for your recipe slide. Type a title for your recipe. Personalize the recipe by adding where you got it to give credit to the recipe's author or to add a short comment on why you liked it. Adjust the size of the text to make it fit if necessary. Many slide layouts have one large text box. To make your recipe easier to read, consider resizing and moving the text box that's already on your slide and then adding other text boxes. For example, you might want to have separate text boxes for ingredients and instructions if that fits better on the slide. Now, add recipes to your cookbook. Type or copy and paste your recipe text. Type your recipe's ingredients in one of the text boxes. To fit all of your recipe on a slide, you may need to resize your text. Select the text and resize it so it fits better in the text box. Then, in the other text box, type your recipe's instructions step by step. Now, format the recipe's directions so that it fits on your slide and is easy to read. Keep formatting your recipe to make it visually appealing. Bold certain text, italicize others, or use different colors. When your first recipe slide is the way you want it, duplicate it to quickly add another recipe. Just type or paste the title and text of the new recipe so that it replaces the text of the first recipe. Repeat the same steps for the name of the recipe's author if necessary. Now, delete the previous recipe's text and type or paste in your second recipe. If your recipe has different elements such as a topping, sauce, or a filling, break up the ingredient list with a heading. Format your headings so that you notice the change in the list. Now, duplicate the slide again to add more recipes. Repeat the same steps as you did with the previous recipe. Now it's your turn. Add a new slide with a layout. Resize, move, and add text boxes to slides. Type or copy and paste recipes onto slides, format the text, and duplicate slides to make additional recipe slides. A cookbook that works best for busy lifestyles has recipes that are easy to find quickly. In this video, you will arrange your recipes into easy-to-use sections by category. To begin, rearrange the slides so that they appear in the sections you set up. You can also rearrange the slides to appear in alphabetical order within the sections. As you continue to add more recipes, you can organize your cookbook even further by adding subcategory divider slides. For example, you can divide main dishes into meat dishes and vegetarian dishes if that makes sense for your collection. Change the background color of your subcategory slides to make them stand out from the main category section divider slides. Then, move the recipes to their corresponding subcategory. Now, preview your slides in Present mode to see how your cookbook looks when your presentation plays. Now it's your turn. Arrange slides to move them to their respective section. Add at least 2 subcategory divider slides and change their background color. Move recipes into the subcategories and preview your presentation. In this lesson, you used Google Slides to compile and organize a digital cookbook. Having a digital cookbook makes meal planning and preparation much more efficient. And when you want to cook your favorite recipes, it's easy to find them. To organize your cookbook, you created a title slide and applied a theme, added slides to create category dividers, added slides for recipes, added subcategory slides, then arranged recipes in their respective categories and subcategories, and finally, you previewed your cookbook. Cookbooks in slide form are convenient because they're easy to organize. You can quickly find recipes you need, easily add new recipes, or remove recipes you don't like. When you try a recipe, take notes about what you liked or didn't like using the presentation's Speaker Notes section. If an ingredient needs to be added or removed, just make a note to remind yourself for the next time you make the recipe. Use your new skills to make cookbooks for different purposes. For example, you could collect your family's recipes, Help a class or other group make a shared cookbook. Create useful and unique cookbooks for all kinds of purposes to make meal preparation easy and fun. In the main lesson, you created a digital cookbook with Google Slides. In this extension, you will add a table of contents using a bulleted list with clickable links to your recipes. Adding an interactive table of contents will make it easier to navigate your cookbook to find exactly the recipe you need when you need it. If you're not sure what you want to make and just want to browse a certain category, you can go directly to the main category or subcategory just by clicking on its name. To begin, open the cookbook you created in the main lesson. Add a new slide after your title slide. Choose a layout that has a lot of empty space so you'll have plenty of room for your recipe links. Give your slide a title. Next, add a bulleted list to your slide. A bulleted list allows you to create an organized look for your table of contents. Type the first main category of your cookbook. On the next line, increase the level of the indent. Type the name of the subcategory. Then, on the next line, increase the level of the indent and type the name of the recipe. On the next line, decrease the level of the indent of the bulleted list. Type the subcategory name. Then indent the next line and type the name of the recipe from that section. Repeat these steps to add the rest of the contents of your recipe book. Now, add a link to your first item listed. Choose the slide you wanted to link. Continue to link the other categories, subcategories, and recipes to their appropriate slides. Each of these will become a link that, when clicked, will take you directly to the corresponding slide. Think of this as an interactive table of contents for your digital cookbook. Then, check to make sure that the links go to their correct slide. Now it's your turn. Add a new slide for your table of contents, type your categories and recipes in a bulleted list, and add links to each item to the corresponding recipe slide. In the main lesson, you created a digital cookbook with category sections and recipe slides. In this extension, you will add images of the finished recipes to make your digital cookbook visually appealing and interesting to look at. To begin, open the presentation you created in the main lesson. Make a copy of the presentation and rename it. Choose a recipe that you would like to add an image to, then add a new blank slide after it. Next, add an image to your blank slide. You could insert an image from your computer, insert an image from Google Drive, or search the internet for an image. For this extension, you will search the web to find an image that resembles your recipe. Search for the image and make sure you have the right to use the image. Then, resize it so it fits on your slide, and move it to where you would like it to appear. Repeat the steps to add more images to your cookbook. Later, you can take your own photos of your finished recipes and add them to your presentation to remind you of the dish and what it should look like. Now it's your turn. Make a copy of your digital cookbook and rename it. Add a new blank slide after each of your recipes. Insert an image from the web that represents the recipe and resize the image. In this extension, you will publish your digital cookbook to the web to share with a wide audience. This way, your friends and family members can see and use your recipe collection too. Before you get started, it's important to understand that publishing your presentation to the web makes it a public document. So, take a moment to consider if there's anything in your slideshow that is private or that you wouldn't want everyone to see. Once you're comfortable with the content of your presentation, publish it to the web. There are several options to choose from, such as Link, which gives you a URL address to share with people, and Embed, which will paste the actual slideshow into a web page, blog, or social media site. For this lesson, choose Link. Next, choose how fast you want your slides to advance. For this example, every minute is selected. However, the viewer will still have control over playing and pausing the slides whenever they like. Now, choose how the slideshow starts, either automatically when it loads or manually. In this example, choose Manual to give the viewer more control over moving through the cookbook at their own pace. You can also program your presentation to repeat again once the last slide is played. When you have finished selecting options, publish your presentation. Copy the link and paste it into a new tab in your browser to view your presentation. When you're ready to share it, return to the Publish menu and email the link to your family, friends, or others. At some point, you might need to unpublish your presentation from the web. For example, you may want to make changes to your presentation. You can unpublish it from the web, make changes, and then publish the file again. Or you may decide that you want to unpublish it from the web for a period of time or permanently. When you publish your cookbook to the web using Google Slides, you can reach a much wider audience. You can embed it into a website, blog, or share the link on social media. Now it's your turn. Publish your presentation to the web and copy the presentation link and share it.